Well, the big story of the day: in less than a year, Karnataka will go to elections, and the Congress, which has been fighting dissent and leadership battle for long, is setting the stage to settle the debate.
Now, this is coming at a time when Congress MP Rahul Gandhi himself is in the state. He attended a late-night meeting of the political affairs of the committee of the party and has urged the former Chief Minister Siddaramaiah and the state Congress chief DK Shivakumar to lead the party unitedly for the upcoming elections.
Everybody participate. They are all in the unanimous opinion. Congress should fight unitedly with one voice against this BJP government. The entire leadership of Karnataka will join hands together, and we will fight out this corrupt government from Karnataka, and we will win Karnataka in 2023. Little bit unknowingly or knowingly, some statement here and there. Don't fall on that trap at all. Party leaders should unite together. Don't give a different voices inside or outside the party. All the leaders all together took a decision that no matter how internal matters have been discussed in the public. This has been decided.
Now, this meeting also came just a day ahead of the gala event planned to celebrate Siddaramaiah's 75th birthday. So, in Davangere, arrangements have been made to host a lavish birthday bash for the veteran leader, with 10 lakh people expected to attend it.
Now, Rahul Gandhi has also said that he will be present for that birthday bash, but the event may be apolitical, that is being claimed by the Siddaramaiah camp. But the optics are all for everyone to see. In fact, a video that has been released by the loyalist of the former Chief Minister highlighting his achievements and his influence as a mass leader. It has also projected him as the next probable Chief Minister of the state.
So let's go across to Deepak, who's joining us live with more details on this. Deepak, a lot of preparations in Karnataka, top Congress leaders in the state already. What are the indications coming in? The video that has been released of Siddaramaiah also seemed to be indicating that he is being projected as the Chief Minister, though time and again his camp also reiterates that this is an apolitical event.
Yes, now as far as this event is concerned, ever since there was an announcement that this birthday celebration would be held and it would be a mass gathering, there have been apprehensions about how the event would play itself out in terms of whether it will try to project the former Chief Minister as an aspiring next probable Chief Minister of Karnataka from the Congress party, considering the fact that there is DK Shivakumar, who of course was appointed as the KPCC chief, who himself has ambitions of becoming the Chief Minister. So two power centers of sorts that remain in the Congress. The divide was quite open, with multiple statements in the last couple of weeks that have come to the fore, with factions of both the sides, or supporters of both the sides making statements about who they believe should be the next Chief Minister, or they themselves making subtle statements indicating at that. Now, as far as today's event is concerned, how much ever they try to of course say that this event has nothing to do with the, projecting Siddaramaiah as the face of the Congress party ahead of the elections, probably that's something that will have a subtle hint. Now, we are at this point in time at Chitradurga. I'm standing here at the famous Muruga Mutt, which has seen, of course, multiple famous personalities, not just from Karnataka but across the country, who paid a visit to this particular mutt, a Lingayat stronghold. And today, Rahul Gandhi, along with several other leaders, are going to make their way to this particular mutt. After that, of course, he's going to be participating in the Siddaramaiah 75th Amrit Mahotsav event that's going to be held in Davangere, a short distance from where I'm right now. So it's going to be an interesting day. How they'll really manage the supporters. As of now, a sort of a whip has been issued to the Congress leaders to ensure that the statements that they make do not go out of line and do not cause any sort of problems within the Congress party. But what about the lakhs of supporters who come there? Well, that's going to be interesting about how they're going to try to contain their voice in terms of in terms of ensuring that it does not really dent the interests of the party. More importantly, yesterday we saw a video that surfaced where supporters of Siddaramaiah put out a video talking about his achievements, where one of the aspects of that also said that the next Chief Minister would be him. Whereas this particular issue itself, the Congress has has tried to curtail multiple times, be it the in charge for Karnataka, Randeep Surjewala, having a conversation with the DK Shivakumar and the former Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, or Rahul Gandhi himself meeting these two leaders and ensuring, rather telling them to ensure that, you know, these sort of issues do not surface, because they want an united front ahead of the elections. But, you know, these sort of issues continue to simmer, and that seems to be the biggest headache for the Congress party. By the end of the day, while Rahul Gandhi leaves, can these two, you know, leaders put their differences aside in the interest of the Congress? Because today's event seems to be like an official kickstart for the Congress, at least for you know, the 2023 Karnataka polls.
Right, but Deepak, when it comes to harboring their own ambitions for the top job, I mean, DKS, when he was questioned earlier whether or not he will be attending the birthday bash, he has said that yes, he will be. But when it comes to quelling all of those differences, is that why Rahul Gandhi is there?
Well, you know, today is a important day in terms of, like I mentioned, for the Congress party. It's almost an official kickstart for the campaign, you know, trail. And, you know, there was a meeting that was held in Hubli last night. The Political Affairs Committee, comprising of over 30 people, including the 7 prominent people from the state of Karnataka. You know, Rahul Gandhi, of course, was chairing this meet. Randeep Surjewala, due to health reasons, could not be a part of this. KC Venugopal, the former in charge, was there. So they were charting out the roadmap in terms of how to go ahead in the next 6 months, in terms of campaigning, in terms of, you know, areas that need to be looked into or concentrated more upon. So that's an important aspect. And more importantly here, Siddaramaiah had sent out an invite to Rahul Gandhi to attend his, you know, this huge grand event, the birthday celebration of the 75th Amrit Mahotsav is what he's calling it. Whereas, you know, there have been several people who, of course, termed it as the, you know, the Siddaramaiah itself. So, you know, he's going to be taking part in that event. How is this going to cause a rift within the Congress ranks is a question.
Okay, all right. Deepak, thank you for joining us. We'll continue coming back to you. A lot of updates expected in Karnataka. For now, we're shifting our focus